sports. Coming up, we've got Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Up here in the booth, Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, is always pleased to be with you. And this one should make some fans of defensive football very happy. CD, we have two of the top 5 pass defenses about to go toe-to-toe here in this one.
Thanks a lot, partner, for showing a little love to the defensive side of the ball. These two units have certainly earned it, and I like the fact that you've recognized it. Look, I expect this one to be a lower-scoring game than we're used to seeing because both teams want to move the ball through the air. Both teams know how to shut it down. It's going to take big-time plays and maybe a few mistakes on the defensive ball for someone to gain an advantage.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo going right back to Fant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 10 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. To throw is Garoppolo. He's got his tight end Fant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Hopkins' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They begin the drive with McFarland. Oh, good move. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Anthony McFarland, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Up comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
He lets it fly for Lockett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to throw. Jennings. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They run out of the gun with Swift. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Garoppolo now. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Walker now on first and 10. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. From the 45 on second down, Garoppolo. And this a quick slant to Lockett. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He completes this to Russell Gage. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And Walker with it over the middle. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Garoppolo. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks! Noah Fant. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are once again back in front.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive 12 plays in length. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they...
In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Lions at 9-4 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And they were able to tough it out last week. A close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They will run straight ahead with Swift. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jennings. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your line and say, hey, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action, now Garoppolo. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jennings.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. To throw on 2nd down, Jennings.
Right side to Williams.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Jennings.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Jennings. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Russell Gage amped up and ready to go as the offense returns to the field.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
Batted at the line, but he still brought it in.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That's 3rd and 5.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. Because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends. Good point.
So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish. as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. Aaron Jones, 3 touchdown runs. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And even though they've got work to do on the scoreboard, their running game has been solid. Over 100 yards rushing in that first half. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
On the handoff, this is Swift. Gets past one man. Touchdown, Detroit! DeAndre Swift with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your...
And now Garoppolo lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it. Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Garoppolo now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
First down, and they go with Swift again. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And very little there. He might have got a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. To throw on 3rd down, Jennings. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams. It's the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not. It's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Going right back to Fant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Dancing to his left. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, Jennings. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jennings.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
The data statistician added another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely third down pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Jennings. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll work down inside the 45.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jennings. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Looking to throw. Jennings.
He's got Bellinger.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Detroit.
Daniel Bellinger.
40 yards.
And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level.
Point after, up and good. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And out now come the Seahawks.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A give for Walker running right. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo
setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jennings. It's complete to Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Jennings. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Swift going to try up the middle. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
To throw on 2nd down. Jennings.
And this one too low.
From here, it will be a 45-yard field goal attempt. Certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jennings. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Garner. And they'll get this down to the 10. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Off play action. Jennings. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
from 10 yards out.
And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too, because when you think about it.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo completes it to Fant on the right side. On second down, it's Walker. He takes this for 3 to the 29. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here come the Lions now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On second down, Swift. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
122 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Now a give right side Swift.
Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 3rd down, Jennings.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Back to the running game with Swift.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 2 touchdowns. 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Garoppolo. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's caught on the sideline.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right side.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf.
And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Lions, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.